My boyfriend forgot I had the spare key. I never thought a tiny silver key would be the reason. My entire relationship fell apart. My name is Alyssa, and for 3 years, I trusted my boyfriend Mark with everything. We talked about moving in together, getting married someday, and building a future. At least that's what I thought. It started on a random Thursday. Mark texted me saying he was feeling sick and wanted to stay home alone. He told me not to visit because he needed rest. I felt bad for him, so after work, I stopped by a pharmacy and bought medicine, soup, and his favorite snacks. As I drove to his apartment, I remembered something. He forgot I still had the spare key he gave me a year ago. I smiled, thinking I was about to surprise him. I quietly unlocked the door and stepped inside. The apartment was silent. No TV, no coughing, no sign of someone who was supposedly sick. I called his name. Nothing. Then I heard laughter coming from the bedroom. A woman's laughter. My heart instantly dropped. I slowly walked down the hallway, trying to convince myself it was just a friend or maybe a family member visiting. But when I reached the bedroom door, I froze. The door was slightly open. Inside, Mark was sitting on the bed with another woman. They weren't doing anything inappropriate at that exact moment, but the way they looked at each other told me everything I needed to know. The woman was wearing one of his hoodies, one that I bought him for his birthday. Mark looked up and saw me. The color disappeared from his face. "Alyssa?" he stammered. The room went completely silent. I looked at him, then at her. Neither of them could come up with an explanation. Finally, the woman stood up and asked, "Wait, you're Alyssa?" The way she said my name sent chills through my body. She knew exactly who I was. I turned to Mark. "How does she know my name?" He opened his mouth, but no words came out. Then the woman said something that changed everything. "Because he told me you two broke up 6 months ago." I felt like the floor disappeared beneath me. 6 months. For 6 months, he had been telling another woman that I was his ex. But somehow it got worse. She pulled out her phone and showed me pictures. Pictures of vacations, restaurant dates, movie nights, all taken during the last 6 months. The same months Mark was still telling me he loved me. The same months he was making future plans with me. The same months I thought we were happy. The woman looked just as shocked as I was. She had no idea he was still dating me. We had both been lied to. Mark finally tried to speak. "Please let me explain." But there was nothing left to explain. His secrets were standing right in front of him. I placed the medicine and soup on a table near the door. Then I looked at the woman. "None of this is your fault." She nodded, holding back tears. Then I turned to Mark. "You didn't cheat on one person." I pointed between us. "You cheated on both of us." For the first time, he had nothing to say. I walked out of the apartment and never looked back. A week later, the woman contacted me. She had dumped him the same night. Apparently, after I left, he tried convincing her to stay. She laughed and walked out too. In a single evening, Mark lost both relationships. And the funniest part? The reason I caught him wasn't because he made a mistake. It wasn't because someone exposed him. It wasn't because he confessed. It was because he forgot one simple thing. The spare key he gave me himself. And every time I see that old key sitting in my drawer, I remember how one tiny piece of metal unlocked the truth that changed my life forever. If you like more story, like and subscribe for more.